Hello, good evening to every one of you, my viewers, my beautiful people. This is Dot Nation News coming to you live from Lagos, Nigeria. My name still remains Ralph Tresvant. You are my man on Biafra analysis. I'm telling you, I have love, unequaled love for this nation called Biafra. Anyway, it's not because I'm an Igbo man, actually, but I developed the flair, I developed the passion, when I was growing up as a child. After reading many books written by most of the British reporters, telling people the narratives, exactly what's going on in Biafra land during 1966 coup, 1967 mutiny, whereby over 3 million Igbos were maimed and killed by the Gowon-led military clique. Today, Gowon is regretting the civil war. He has actually come out on the social media asking people to forgive him, but he has not been relenting from insisting that Nigerian Biafran civil war he led, he actually supervised, is not a joke. Actually, most of Igbos are accusing him of committing such, inhumanity of man against the Igbos. The Igbos actually came out to ask Gowon to tender apology before the Igbos, but we don't know why Gowon still remain adamant. Well, I made it on Breaking News yesterday of Phonics, and actually I aired my view there that Gowon will never ever be forgiven by any Igbo man, both in diaspora and within Nigeria. Gowon has committed one of the most heinous, nefarious, hostilities against the Igbos in the 1960s by annihilating, maiming, and decimating most of the Igbo military officers within the barracks across Nigeria. A mutiny he committed, going in quarter by quarter, rooms by rooms, military quarters by military quarters in various barracks, Agbara barracks, mechanized division, Agility 82 or 85, mechanized division. Then what about Niger State, and so on and so forth. Gowon actually led the military clique that decimated the Igbo military officers in 1966 down to 1967, and it began to look like genocide. I'm telling you, that's why Ojukwu was actually provoked into declaring sovereign state of Biafra. 30th May 1967. And I have this to tell you. Never again on the continent of Africa were people actually maimed, decimated, and unalived like never before. Just compared to what happened in 1966-67. Igbos were killed in their large numbers. I'm telling you, from the axis of Damawa Forest, Cameroon Mountains, where the former Gongola state is bordering Cameroon. Igbos were disalived, unalived in their large numbers. From the axis of Ghana, Togo, where they were busy, doing their normal farm business. That was when Ghana was understood to have a particular language, similar or synonymous with Nigeria. That's the Hausa language. Then the Igbos in Adamawa Forest were apprehended by the Hausa Fulani Nigerian military. Yes, then that's why they had to, kill all of them that were farmers in Adamawa Forest in their large numbers. It began like child play until it escalated into main pogrom. Yeah, war in 1967. Because Gowon military-led, regime was actually experimented on eliminating the number one Nigerian military head of state in history, a general in the army, J.T.U. Munakwe, John Thomas Aguiyi. He was apprehended in the southwest at the hometown, in fact, home of Fajuyi, an Ondo military governor of the then, southwestern Nigeria, who pleaded on behalf of Aguiyi that Ironsi was his boss. Instead of you killing my boss, you should actually take care of me first. And they actually brought the gentleman down. One of the most Yoruba loyalists ever in the history of this country. The man went down with Aguiyi, who was killed, dragged along the Ibadan Express until they finish him at the one corner there. That was actually what fueled the war. It irked and made Ojukwu to be very, very over enraged. And Ojukwu had to come out and announce breaking away of the Biafran people. It did not stop there, because Gowon, with all his advisors in the southwest, in the Connaught, the Fulani Janjaweeds, of course, the family of the Sadwan of Sokoto, and the emirs in Kano, actually gave him the advice to go and eliminate the Igbos. They started in the Connaught, killing and maiming Igbos in their large numbers. Pregnant women, were, ripped off their own stomach, and the fetus, the child, the unborn babies in their various stomachs were dragged out and dismembered by this Carlos Fulani Janjaweeds led military, supervised by Yakubu Gowon. This week, people were debating on social media how Gowon was still reluctant to apologize to the Igbos. He said, "I had no apology or regret whatsoever to fight the Igbos." Come see response, man. Many people, Igbos in diaspora, Yorubas, even the MIDBELT, actually they started to backlash him. They started to bombard him with blames, with criticism. And Gowon still remain untouched, remain unrepentant, still claiming his right, that he had no regret to have fought the Igbos. Let me tell you, Gowon, you will regret in your life. What Ojukwu told you, could you remember? Unprovoked, you, in conjunction or collaboration with the Fulanis, killed my people, the Igbos, in their large number. Time shall come when the same Fulani will just descend on your people, slay your people in their large numbers. Ojukwu said it in the past, 1968. Go on, what's up? What is going on in the MIDBELT? How many MIDBELTers were slain or being killed every month? I just want you to give us the statistics. Yakubu old man Gowon. Ojukwu predicted it. Actually, he laid curse on you and Britain, and he said to Britain, time shall come, you are going to go down. Someone will take over your region as a result of what? Long truth, greed. And today we are seeing what is going on across the United Kingdom. The Arab, the Indians, they have come in their large numbers with their money, and British man is falling before money. Money mongering British are falling before the Arabs as a result of a relationship between Lady Diana and Al Fayed's son, Dodi. Al Fayed Dodi Fayed. The British MI5 had to what? Kill Lady Diana. In the tunnel in Paris, they staged it and it began to look like an accident until they just rushed the two. Lovinda, the Lady Diana and the Dodi Fayed, and actually shot two of them under that tunnel. It wasn't an accident. We know how it was, perfectly orchestrated by British M15. Posing it as if it was the paparazzi, the Paris paparazzi. Man, there are many evil things about the British. Today I'm praying, let Russia come. Russia should go and actually take over the UK. Why? Because of what is going on between Ukraine and some of the wicked European countries who actually have been in support of Ukraine for over 3 years now. I don't want anything to happen to Germany. I want something to happen to the UK because I'm an Igbo man. In retaliation to what the British man perpetrated against the Igbos in 1967, 66. 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70. The British man supervised the genocide that ran for 36 months against the Igbos. It is a payback, British man. It is a payback. Gowon must go down. He's now growing old, Abi. Good. He's going to where Ojukwu is now. He must meet the rest of the Igbos they slew in 1966, 67, 68, 69, and 1970. It wasn't enough. All this while that we were subjected, all those whiles were subjected to serious pogrom and escalation of war under the supervision of the then Colonel, let me say, Muhammad Buhari, 1,000 Asaba men were shot in Asaba, thereby rendering over 1,000 women husbandless. As this is one of the genocide Igbo men were subjected to in 1970. And after the war, it was declared that no vanquish, no conqueror, nothing this, nobody was a victim, nobody was a victor. At the end of the day, the victors are standing so outstanding. Yeah, standing very, very upright. The victors are the Nigerian people, Fulani, Hausa, and Yoruba. They were busy controlling this country for how many years now? Ruling, handling the political leadership, cheering and eating the national cakes by themselves, not giving their Igbo counterpart because of what the war has actually done the Igbos. The Igbos were sidelined. Put one corner, pack one side. You are the victim. They began to tell us, no victim, no victor. Let me tell you, the Igbos are the victim. What is happening to the Igbo man is the aftermath of Nigerian Biafran civil war. Of course, we resisted Nigerian people falling back, defending ourselves, but no retreat, no surrender. For 36 months, and we actually became whom we are today. Who is telling you that nobody was vanquished, nobody was conquered? It's a lie. Reparation, reconciliation, compensation was not paid to any Igbo man. We still remain like that, victims. From 1970 till date, it is only God, the Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, that actually built the Igbos into entrepreneurial giants today. They are the most enterprising tribe in Africa. In West Africa and the entire African continent, Papa Ojuko's father was the first billionaire on the continent. Money began from the Newe community. That's where Akonoba prosperity actually originated from in the entire southern Nigeria. So what are we trying to say? Why shouldn't Gowon just surrender and say sorry to the Igbos? Why wouldn't Gowon come to the southeastern Nigeria and make a wake-up call to call the Holy Igbos to organize a workshop like just target reconciliation of the Mid-Beltans and the Igbos, so that the much killings going on in the Mid-Belt now by the Fulani headers will be reciprocated, rebuffed by the Igbos. Because I know that ESN, Eastern Security Network, is up to anything. They can do anything. They are very, very strong. They could just go there and align with the Mid-Beltans and bring the Fulanis down. Yes, down to the abyss. But because of self-conceitedness, big manism, I don't know what they understand, pomposity, self-pomposity could not allow Gowon to own it up that he actually offended the Igbo man. He said he had no regret to have fought the Igbos in the 1966, 67, 68, and 69 and 70. Who the hell do you think you are, Gowon? A Christian for that matter. You went after fellow Christians, slew them in their large numbers. Today it is your own turn to suffer the nemesis. I want to tell you that Kama is no longer from India. Kama is now a global man. Kama is in Africa. An African. Kama is an American. Is in America. Kama is in Asia. Is an Asian. Kama is in Antarctica. Is an Antarctican. Kama is an Oceanian. Is no longer just an Indian. Kama is in Europe. Kama has become a European man. Wherever you do bad things, God will actually use it against you. It will be following you. No matter wherever you go, it crawls. At his cross, it follows you. As it follows you, you are going to bear the consequences. Whatever a man does in his lifetime, either he possesses it when he is gone or alive when he is alive. I'm telling Gowon that on social media yesterday, everybody was like, crucify him, and nobody is being emotional or kind to Gowon, irrespective of the fact he's an old man now. Gowon is in his 90s. I don't want to know. I lost many cousins, I lost many brothers, I lost many uncles. Gowon should go to hell, even though if he repents actually against or of what he did against the Igbos in 1960s, I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a hoot. Gowon should live to face the consequences, spiritually or physically. But you can see, the spiritual aspect of it. Who actually educated or tutored the Fulanis to go after the Plateau people? Langtan, from where Gowon comes from, they are crying foul because the Fulanis have subjected them to incessant killings. In the MIDBELT, they are dying in their large number in collaboration with their brothers in Benue State, the Doma, who actually intercepted train loaded with the Igbos in 1960s. They are to Trupodia. They will put the rest of them to SWAT. Make sure that they dismember their bodies and they will be transported into the southeastern Nigeria. Ojugu will always be receiving. Then would always be receiving headless bodies, legless bodies, beheaded, amputated, human torsos, corpse, fully loaded with corpse. I mean trains. Courtesy. Ndi Idoma, what has your Igbo brother done to you? Have you forgotten about our relationship with Egala, Idoma, and Igbo? Idoma, Egala, and Igbo, they are brothers. Kai, some persons just ran away from history as a result of what? Mugulism. And the what? Inefficiency of history. History blind, I call it. I said it is because the Idomas are history blind. That's why they could actually succumb to their Fulani Janjaweed's counterpart in 1960s, joining forces to decimate, annihilate, strangulate the Igbos in their large numbers. Today, the aftermath of what Idoma did to the Igbos has actually begun to spring up. They are springing up on alarming rates. Killings of the Fulani headers still persist in the MIDBELT and states of Plateau State and the Benue State. And my name is Ralph Tresvant. I said, well done, Gowon, come to Igbo land and confess. Lie down and say, please, forgive me. Did you forgive you? Yeah, that's the right thing you should do right now. I'm telling you. Thank you so much for listening, my viewers, my wonderful viewers. You are highly cherished and respected. This is .nation news. Please, you are highly cherished and respected by me. Come down to the comment section and talk with me. Then again, share to all your contacts in your WhatsApp, all your contacts in your Facebook. Distribute it on social media so that you can be of better help or help us to .nation news. Thank you so much for listening. I love you all. Come again tomorrow. Be online. Stay tuned. You can meet me exactly this time so that we share our experiences. History is very sweet. I'm telling you. Gowon actually misfired it. A Christian that went against his brothers, and now Fulanis are killing men, pounding his kinsmen in the MIDBELT. One good turn deserves another. Whatsoever man sow, he reaps. Thank you.